Hello all my JavaScript friends, this is the TheVirtuoid, aka Mike Smith, and this is our Hold the Tower game. So what have we done? We've done the tower, we've done the gun, we did the runner, and we just got finished doing the enemy. And now we're going to take a look at the cards that you see currently on the screen here. How did we do those? Well, those are really simple to do. So let's go ahead and dive into it and take some quick look at some code. Now, everything goes off of the gameplay. When do the cards show up? They show up after the wave has ended. So we're going to take a look at the on-wave-ended routine that covers when the on-wave-ended event occurs. And, you know, the enemies get destroyed, the bullets get destroyed, we tell the wave end, we clear to drop prize. But if the game is not over, we do a card select -build. Now, what is that? Well, that basically is a particular routine in here called card select that allows me that controls the selection of the cards as they appear on the screen. When it does a build, it's going to do a for loop of 1 to 3, and within this for loop, it's going to figure out what card to be able to output, and it's going to create that card, and it's going to push that card on the screen itself. So let's take a look at more detail of how it works. The first thing we do is we get a level index. Now, that's very important to figuring out what type of card is going to get selected. Why is that important? So let's take a look at the database that we use. That is called the card upgrade type.database. Let's go to the card upgrade type and take a look at it. This is all of the different definitions that we use for figuring out the cards. You know, whether it's going to be a damage card, a speed card, a range card, a health card, max health card, whether it's a major, minor, or giant level, gun damage, tower damage, blah, 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 things like that. Different levels of the cards. A minor level gets a green color. The major level gets a more bluish color, while the giant level gets a more reddish type color. And those are the types, those are the icons that are used within it. If you'll notice back on my screen here, each one of the cards has its own little icon to it. And so that's what those icons there represent. So the big thing here is the database itself. Now what I've done here is that we have 3 different levels, a minor level, a major level, and a giant level, represented by the green, the blue, and the red cards. Within every end wave, there is a 77% chance that you're going to get a green card or a level minor card. And within that percent chance, there are 5 different types of upgrades you can do here, from a gun damage upgrade to a tower health upgrade, a tower max health, tower health, runner speed, and tower rotational speed. Each one's got its own title, which is this little title that you see up here, like for zoom or refreshing. Each one has its own little description. That description is what you see here. It says like increase runner speed by 25%. And finally, the most important thing is each one has an upgrade amount. So for example, this particular one, well, let's go to this one. This particular one right here is that we have an upgrade amount of 1.1, which means we're going to be multiplying the current, in this case, gun damage, since it's going to be let's flip back over to right here. Since the upgraded type is gun damage, we're going to multiply our current gun damage by 1.1 to get an increase of 10%. Same thing here, we're going to multiply by 1.5 to get an increase by 50%, or we're going to double gun damage, we're going to multiply by 2. So as you can tell here, each one of these options here has the same type, whether it's gun damage, max health, speed, or rotational, but they have different titles, different descriptions, and most importantly, different upgrade amounts. Now, what are your percentages? Well, for a minor, it's 77%. For a major, it's 21%, and for a giant, it is 1%, and that's it. Yeah, these numbers look a little strange, 0.77, 0.98, and 1. That's only because I do a subtractive valuation determining what the percentage actually is from the, where was that? That was in card select, from this level index. That basically allows me to, from a level index point, this allows me to figure out, you know, what my level is going to, what the current level is going to be, what the list of the cards, the possible list of the cards are going to be, and then I get the card data itself, of what the card is actually going to, which card you're going to get. So there is an even chance, as you can tell here, there's basically a completely even chance of getting any one of these different cards within the minor, major, or giant. But depending upon this level index, that will tell you whether you're going to get that number, or the minor, the major, or the giant. And then at that point, we just create the card, and the biggest thing is telling what position it's going to be in, so we get the nice pretty 3 across there. And that part actually is very easy. And then we push the cards, we save it. That part is very easy. When we go into the card section, when it creates a card, this initial card thing, as we have always had, is that we have a specific variable called UI in which we create the UI version of the card, and the UI version of the card is what's responsible for drawing it on the screen, and that's what all this is. And the big thing here is to create. This is doing a whole bunch of really funky stuff for getting the text on there, the icon on there, blah 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 blah. The most important thing is this section right here. Select interactive once you've done a pointer down. That's going to be the most important thing, because once you've done that pointer down, and so we admit the game event card selected, and we pass the parent because we don't want to pass ourselves, which is the UI. We want to pass the parent because the parent has the one that has the the important upgrade amount, and the type and description. So once gameplay gets to it, we do the on card selected, and we do the most important thing, the update stats based upon the card itself. Let's take a look at that. And they're the update stats. And the update stats is very, very simple. We just go through each, which do simple, if, else if, else if, else if, depending upon the card type itself. And then that depends upon, for instance, the card damage here. We set the gun damage, and we change the statistics. So we set the max health, we set the health, we set the runner speed, we set the tower, all that kind of fun stuff. And so this update stats allows me to be able to update everything in the particular stats based upon the particular card, whether it's the gun damage, the tower max health, or whatever. So as you can tell here, if you wanted to add more cards, it's extraordinarily easy. All you have to do, oh, and I forgot to tell you, I am so sorry. Back up here, once we update it, we remove all the cards, and if the game is not over, we basically say 5 seconds, and then we start a whole new wave if the game is not over. So if you really want to add a new card, it's very, very easy. All you have to do, whoop, wrong one. All you have to do is pop a new card inside here. And if you want to have a different card upgrade type, you could change or add a new card upgrade type up here. I don't know what, maybe runner's jumping speed or something. I don't know, but anyway, so you just add a new one inside. You add it inside of here with a description, upgrade amount. Then all you have to do is go inside gameplay in the update stats, and then just do your own little else if to figure out what that card does. And that is literally all there is to the cards. It's extraordinarily simple, not a whole lot here, and it's because of the way we've done it here, trying to do the separation of concerns. It'll be very easy to not only update the current cards, but to even add new cards. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel to view more videos. Click on the like button on this video, and visit us at TheVirtuoid.com. Also, support us on Patreon, where you can get access to member-only videos. Links are down below. Again, thank you very much for watching, and keep on coding.